Hi, I'm Stephanie, and thanks for joining me today. Our video today is a yoga flow that's great for every day. So let's get started. We'll begin in child's pose. So spread your knees out wide, bring your toes together, and slowly lower down, bringing your forehead to the mat, arms extended beyond your head. Take a moment here to center and take some slow, deep breaths in and out through the nose. If it feels good, you can roll a little side to side on your forehead for a bit of a head massage. But otherwise, use this time to slow your breath and center and focus. Thank you for practicing with me today. Let's take one more deep breath together. If you'd like, you can set an intention for this practice, whether it's an emotion you'd like to maintain or a goal for yourself. Use this time to collect those thoughts. Good. Now slowly rise up into a tabletop position. Bring your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, and slowly drop the belly down, lifting the chin up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, press through the palms, arch the back, drop the head down, and begin to move slowly through your cat-cow posture. Use this movement to really connect the movement with the breath. You can move as slow or as fast as you need. Good. Come to center, and we'll lift the right arm up overhead, and then we'll thread the needle. So bring the right arm underneath the left hand with your right shoulder resting on the ground. You should feel the stretch in the upper back body. And remember to breathe here. You can press through the left palm for stability. Good. And release the right arm, and let's go on the other side. So raise the left arm up overhead and then slowly thread the needle on the other side, supporting yourself with your right hand, breathing deep to feel the stretch. Good. Release and come back to tabletop position. From here, extend the right leg out long. You can rock back and forth to stretch out the hamstring and the calf. And when you're ready, engage the core and lift the back leg up. Holding here, avoiding dumping into your wrists too much, but using your whole center line to support you here. If you'd like, you can extend the left arm out, working on balance and core strength, breathing through any shakes that you feel, and release. You can shake out the wrists if you need. And let's go on the other side. So extend the left leg out long, slowly rock front to back, stretching out the leg, and come to stillness And through your center, squeezing in the ribs, lift that back leg. Holding still here, pressing through the palms. And then if you'd like, you can extend the right arm out for an additional balance practice here. Remembering to breathe. This is building strength and balance, and it's great for your body. And let's release here. You can shake out the wrist. Take what you need, and we will meet in downward facing dog. You can take your dog for a walk here, bending one knee and the other, pressing through the part of your palm in between the index finger and thumb, externally rotating those shoulders. And from here, we're going to come up onto our toes and slowly shift forward, shift the whole body forward into a plank pose. So think of going up and over and making your way into the plank position. Now let's lift back up to downward facing dog. So press out through the hands, send the hips back, and then roll back onto your heels or as much as you can into downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times here, breathing deeply and just feeling your body flow through this movement. So inhale up on the toes, shift forward to plank pose. Take a breath here. Press through the palms, send the hips up and back, and slowly back and downward facing dog. Let's do that flow once more. So inhale on the toes, shift forward, hold and plank, and then send it back to downward facing dog. Great job. Come back into plank pose, and this time let's drop to our belly. Pushing through the palms, you can lift up to a baby cobra or a full cobra here, stretching out the back and the upper back body. And release your cobra. And let's lift up 2 more times here. So inhale, lift up any amount. And exhale, release. Inhale, flow back up. And exhale, release. Great job. Push yourself back up to downward facing dog. So you can do this by coming onto your knees, or you can work on some strength and push back up to plank and then back to downward facing dog. Let's walk our feet up to our hands, and now we're in our forward fold position. So bend your knees as much as you need here. You can rock side to side, stretching out your hamstrings and letting the shoulders loosen. Great. Let's inhale for a halfway lift, hands on thighs. And release back down to the forward fold, and then ground through your feet and slowly roll it up to mountain. Your arms rising up over your head. Notice how you're feeling. With your hands overhead, grab your left wrist with your right hand and do a side body stretch here. So we're just gently tilting to the right. Good. Come back to center, grab the opposite wrist, and gently tilt to the other side. Good. Release the hands down to your side. And then interlace your fingers behind the back, opening up the chest. And then we'll shift forward into a forward fold here, arms still interlaced behind the back. Breathing here. And then slowly release the hands onto the mat. Plant your palms and step the right foot back. So we're in a bit of a runner's lunge here. Feel a stretch through the front of the right hip. You can rock front and back if it feels good. And from here, we need to get into Warrior Two pose. So plant through the right foot, turn it parallel to the edge of the mat. Use the strength of your bottom leg and your core and rise up to open to the side to Warrior Two, arms extended out. Feel the strength and power of this pose. And we'll straighten that front leg and extend the left arm up overhead for a reverse warrior. And then cartwheel it all back to the ground, framing the front foot. Step the foot back. And let's go through a vinyasa here. So lower down to the belly. Rise up for cobra. Lower back down. Press up to plank and send it back to downward facing dog. Great. Walk the feet up to the hands. This time, step the left foot back, framing the right foot. And we're in our runner's lunge here, so rock front to back. Feel the stretch in the front of the left hip. Good, and prepare to rise up to Warrior Two. So turning that left foot parallel to the edge of the mat, grounding through the bottom leg, the right leg. Engage the core and rise up to your beautiful Warrior Two position. Bending into that front knee. Good. Straighten the front knee and send the arms up and back for your reverse warrior pose. Stretch through the whole front body here, side body, and then enjoy the movement as you cartwheel back to frame the front foot. Step it back to plank and move through your vinyasa here, lowering down to the belly, lifting up to cobra, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Great job. This time, walk the feet up to the hands, lift up halfway and release, roll up to standing. Take a breath here. Remember your intention from the beginning of the practice. Step the feet wide, and we're going to in today with a goddess pose here. So with the feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, toes pointed out, we'll slowly lower our center down, bending our knees. Hands can be on your hips or legs, or if you'd like, you can bring them to cactus arms bent at the elbow. And breathe into this pose, feeling the strength and the support from underneath your feet. See if you can sink a little lower, thinking of dropping your center down. Good. Now slowly rise up. And then we'll drop all the way down into our frog pose here. So drop your center all the way to the mat, supporting yourself with your hands. You can come into garland pose here with the heels flat on the ground if you'd like. But just stretch out those inner thighs and hips in this pose. And when you're ready, we'll release that and make our way down onto our backs. You can use this time to do a quick scan and determine what else your body needs in this moment. Maybe it's a twist or happy baby, or some circles with the knees. Just take a moment here for yourself. Great. We'll end our practice today in our resting pose, Shavasana corpse pose. So extend both legs out long, arms by your side, and feel heavy on the mat, relaxing every muscle in the body, in the face, the toes, the neck, and the shoulders. Deepen your breath and just be present and still for these next few moments. Begin to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. You can pull your knees into the chest. Rock your head side to side. And then to end our practice, let's all roll to one side. Gently press up into a seated position. Place both hands on your heart and let's take a final deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Thank you for practicing with me today. I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.